Hello again. Alright, here's our second flip video. Uh, so today what we're going to do is we're going to cover section 8.2, which talks about using properties of parallelograms. So everybody knows what a parallelogram is. Now here's kind of the format of this chapter. We introduced polygons yesterday and kind of discussed what was more specifically a quadrilateral. So far we have polygons, and then if we get more specific, we're talking about quadrilaterals. And then if we're going to get more specific today, we're going to talk about a parallelogram. Now, we're kind of setting up some rules to use for proofs, but these are not going to be like the proofs that you dread, okay? Basically, we're going to defend that this is a certain kind of parallelogram or quadrilateral or polygon. So one of the first rules that we have says if a quadrilateral is a parallelogram, then its opposite sides have to be congruent. So if your opposite sides are the same length, you have to be a parallelogram, or vice versa. Okay? The next rule says if a quadrilateral is a parallelogram, then its opposite angles have to be congruent. So see here, P and R are opposite angles. They have to be the same measure. Q and S, they're opposite angles, so they have to be the same measure if that is a parallelogram. Okay? So we're going to use this. I'm going to draw us a new little parallelogram, I hope. A, B, C, D. We have x plus 4, y degrees, 65, 12. Okay, so they want us to find the value of y and x if this is a parallelogram. So they told you that this is a parallelogram. Well, what do we know about opposite angles? Well, they have to be congruent. So I know y, 65 degrees. That's pretty easy, right? All right, what do I know about opposite sides? They also have to be congruent. So I know x plus 4 has to equal 12. That's a 4, by the way. So I know x equals 8. Okay? Any questions? Well, you can't answer. Huh. All right. The proof that we're going to do with this, I'm going to work with y'all in class with, just because I like to, that's more of an in-class type deal. So here's another rule, and I'm just packing on rules to you guys, and I need you to remember these. So if a quadrilateral is a parallelogram, then consecutive angles are supplementary. So if I'm consecutive, that means I'm one right after another. So x and y are consecutive. This x and y are consecutive. This x and y are consecutive. This x and y are consecutive. Because they're next to each other, basically. They're not across. They're consecutive. Okay? Another thing that you need to know is that if a quadrilateral is a parallelogram, then its diagonals bisect each other. And remember, bisect means cut in two. Okay? Bisect means to cut in two. Those are the rules that I need you guys to know. Remember, I need notes, and I need a summary and questions. Maybe. Let's see what's going on here.